Hello everyone, it is I, Robbie, and welcome back to the Sunshine Archives. I am finally on summer break, so I have more time to play and to film and to edit and to do whatever it is that I want to do. I literally just filmed a makeup tutorial because I'm like, I'm gonna start a beauty channel because I can and I want to. And it's what I'm excited about right now. Like, I'm excited about makeup and skincare. I want to start my tarot channel. Like, I want to do whatever it is that I want to do, and I still don't know what this space is going to look like. I'm still trying to figure that out, but we're just gonna do like another little wrap up like we did last time, and then show you what it is that I'm like working on in my planners and my notebooks and my index cards. And I just gotta keep being me and keep creating, and eventually, you know, this space will take its own form. I believe that. But I don't know what it is yet. So where am I gonna start? So I've still been using my Halifax Ranger. I still think it's the best thing I've ever purchased. It's literally an all-in-one. I have like money in here, like coins. I keep all of my highlighters and my markers here. I use my friction pen still. I have my friggin' credit cards, my license, all that jazz. I bring this with me everywhere. I make my appointments on it. I'm still using my habit tracker. So we're 3 months in. I was using it while I was at work because it's one of those things that like kept me happy because I was diagnosed autistic in May, like clinically by a professional. I have autism spectrum level 1. And I got like all these scores on like spatial awareness and like words and stuff like that. So all that to say that keeping track of my hobbies and like making it a point to go in and be like, did I participate in any of this today, makes it so like my brain stays happy. As long as I'm participating in a special interest every day, I can like, it helps me to regulate my nervous system, which is what this is helpful for when I'm at work. But I have not found myself using the habit tracker at home because I don't need to, because I've been just fine with doing my hobbies at home. It looks different in here because everything in our home has changed. And I'm not up to doing like another office tour. Things are still like in transition, but maybe once everything's settled in, I'll do like another round of like what my office looks like right now, but it looks different. So still using my Da Vinci monthly inserts. This is May, this is June. Using my weekly inserts. Everything looks exactly the same. These are my weekly inserts from Me Plus. So still doing that, and I'm still doing my daily entries as well in here. So everything is exactly the same as the last time. It is still working and I still love it. Okay, and then let's see, what was I journaling about? I've been using my Tomoe River paper notebook. It's an A5 lined one, the writer notebook from Nanami 7 Seas, and the last time I journaled in here was June 13th. There's a lot going on outside. I also did some art in here. I used I think they're like tempera paint sticks and a Posca marker. It says, requires the audacity to try despite the unknown. There is no change in stagnancy. Say yes. What else? And then just like regular schmegular stream of consciousness writing in here with my red brown ink. Is it red gray? My red gray ink. So that's still going good when I want to do stream of consciousness. I use this. So that hasn't changed. And then something that has changed is my typewriter binder. If you followed me for a long time, you know that I did keep a typewriter binder when I first got a typewriter. And it was in a PVC one. So this one's plastic. I still have all of my other like typewritten things here from when I first started in 2021, and I have it separated by date. So 2021, and then the next tab, and then that's all my typewriter stuff from 2022, and this one's from 2025. So I spent 2 years not using my typewriter. And then this one is like my most recent typewriter stream of consciousness. And then if you go one more tab, it's the book that I'm writing. I'm writing a book. What I'm doing is my most recent project is the transcription of all of my journals. I want to transcribe my journals, and I don't want to transcribe them word by word. I kind of just want to take a few quotes, a few poems, like whatever it is that I find of my past. Like I have all of my 20s are journaled, you know, my 20s go as far as 2013. So that's a long time ago. I think that's literally 13 years of journals of life. And then reminisce on it now as a 31-year-old person. And like what I was going through, like what it could have meant then, what it means to me now. And again, I'm like doing this for me because I need to like heal and integrate all those people that I've been. And I think it's going to be special for me. It's going to be special for all the past selves that I've been. And it's like a fun project to work on. So right now the working title is It Will All Be a Part of It, a 2013 journal by R.R. Lark. And I'm writing it on my Hermes baby. And then I picked a quote from Clarice Lispector. It was like a random serendipity bibliomancy quote, but I think it works really well. Night is a latent state, and it is so moist that plants are born. The Passion According to G.H. by Lispector. And it was like latency and this like transition that just like wasn't happening. And I see moisture as like all the tears that I cried, right? But like in that is like fertility, is like this growth, like this person that I was meant to be. I just had to like push through that time of my life. And then I wrote, why am I doing this now? If you follow me on Patreon, or you like follow my posts here on YouTube, you would have seen these. I have all of this scanned on my Patreon. My Patreon is free right now because I don't know what I'm doing over there either, or if I want to keep my Patreon, or I like literally deleted it a week ago and then like reinstalled it. I'm trying to figure out the whole internet of it all. But if you are on my Patreon, this is literally scanned in PDF form and you can read it, you can download it, you can have it. So why am I doing this now? I often hear that there is never going to be the right time and that all you have to do is make the choice to begin. Who's to say that the time chosen as the start was not in fact the most divinely guided time? I'm always teetering on the adjacent, teaching, journaling, book videos, commonplacing. I have done everything a writer could do except actually sit to write a book. A cohesive, bound book. And I say it is now, and my heart says it is now, and the world says it is now, because I have also stopped to look instead of dancing around myself. 3 years in queer union and 1,000 miles from where I was born. To see myself is to witness. Now that I'm here, I choose to witness my past and take it with me. Through the work of becoming, I have finally landed on writer. Here I am. Let's begin in 2013. That's my little intro, my little foreword to my book. And then the first quote that I picked out was this, and I just made a little drawing using oil pastels, and then I like Mod Podged it to go along with the quote. It's gonna be like a little multimedia book. So this quote is from July 19th, 2013. Keeping a sheet over me so I won't get dusty. And I haven't written anything else, but then I'm gonna like reflect on that quote and what it means, like OCD, death, like not wanting to like face myself. Like so much can be picked apart from that little quote from my journal, from my moleskin. It was like a little moleskin cut here. So that's the typewriter binder, which is new in the book that I'm working on. And then I also have like another book idea. I had like a fictional book idea for a novel, and it's all in these like index cards. So the last thing I'm going to show you in today's video is like all the Zettelkasten cards that I created. So this is June 5th, 2026. I come to you in all my softness, remind me I'm alive like only you know how to. April 27, I don't want to chase, just want to show up. April 29th, I no longer want performance. So you can see like in April, I was like sober out and I was like, I don't want to chase this whole YouTube thing. Like, I don't want to chase the life that I want. I just want to do it. I just want to show up, just want to knock on the door and be like, hey life, I'm here. Like, I don't want it to be a struggle. Why does it have to be a struggle? Why does everything have to be a struggle? And this was inspired by River because I love them. Okay, and then this is like the freaking plot to the novel. So I named it The Afterlife Diaries. And here was coming up with like every character names. I literally just like plotted a book in 2 days. I super hyper focused on it and then I completely forgot about it and haven't gone back to it since. I was like kind of naming people after neurotransmitters. Like instead of adrenaline, I named them Adder, and instead of like epinephrine, I named one Nefri because I'm a little nerd. Here I was like, what are their superpowers? Like the twins are psychic and Ace is the Grim Reaper. It's about queer acceptance. Okay, and then this is a quote from May 7th. Could always the operative word. Don't. Always the answer. And then back to the book. This is like about like Adder and Adder's goodbye. So in my book, on those 2 days, like Adder is like super trans and like not loved or accepted, and they like unalive, and then they go to heaven and like they keep a diary in heaven, and it's like their experience in the afterlife, and then like making the choice to like come back and be a human and like be themselves and be authentic, but then they fall in love in the afterlife, and it's like, should I stay for like the love? And like it's also like a body thing because there's no like body in the afterlife, and you can also like possess different bodies and like be a man or a woman or a non-binary person or a squirrel or whatever. That's what I like pictured it in my head, like a queer acceptance, mental illness, afterlife deal. Okay, so this was the plot. But then everything happens for a reason. So Nefri was supposed to fall in love and choose humanity, and I was just in a whirlwind. Like Nefri showing Adder like what his funeral could have looked like. Miscommunication, forbidden love, second chances. Like I was going ham on fucking Adder and Nefri over here. Will this ever become a thing? I don't know. Nobody knows it. Okay, and then I think the rest are quotes again. So not to do with my afterlife diary. Okay, this is May 18th from Brain Drain, page 228. So it's like a quote that I pulled from like my morning pages, my stream of consciousness pages. Can we live every aspect of our life at once, or are we forced to live compartmentalized? This is like a random shitty song lyric I came up with that I'm like embarrassed of and will not read to you. This is from a voice memo. So I like keep the voice memo app on my phone like right on my home screen, and like when I'm driving to work, I'll have like all these ideas. I feel like anytime I'm doing something that's like automatic, like showering or doing the dishes or driving, my brain can just kind of have time to itself, and then it has like all these great ideas. So I've been like voicing them into my voice memos. I had thought for a second to make my voice memos like a Patreon podcast, but I kind of just want to keep them to myself. Like I don't want to perform on my voice memos like that. I just want that to be for me. But then I'm able to like listen to them back. It literally like the voice memo app transcribes them for you, and then I can just put them into Zettelkasten cards and use them at a later date for whatever it is that I want to use my ideas for. So one is attention is a form of honor. What we attend to, we honor. To honor is to pay attention. Spiraling can also be honored. When you are thinking or spiraling, you're honoring negative thought patterns. You're honoring old stories. So honoring doesn't necessarily have to be like a positive thing. Presence honors reality. You are honoring where you are standing. Art deepens or widens awareness. I think art is either a deepening or a widening, directing attention out into nature or inward into the soul. Directing attention outward to these screaming children. They are having the time of their life out there. And I apologize if it is bothering you, but it is the summer. Winter is gone, unfortunately. My favorite freaking season, turns out. And now there are just a continuous stream of screaming children. Okay, let's continue. Creating means... Oh my God. Let me close the window because they're getting a little bit obnoxious. Okay, creating means paying close attention. So here we go. To create is to pay really close attention, to honor the hidden, to make visible. Awareness expands to attention. To pay attention is to become awake. You can tell I was like really thinking about what I was attending to and like what my focus and my energy was going into. And like, do I want to focus all of my attention on scrolling, on being on my phone, on like watching YouTube? Like, is that what I want to grow, to blossom, to create? Like, is that where I want to spend my time? Then I talked about gratitude. Gratitude directs attention. Gratitude focuses you into the present. Gratitude honors creation. And then into consciousness, I was thinking about like AI. Consciousness cannot be uploaded. AI reflects information but lacks felt experience. Consciousness tied to the nervous system. Emotions and sensations shape thought. Art communicates consciousness through feeling. The body keeps the score. What is consciousness without a body? Great questions. I don't have the answer to any of them, but I think they'd be great like journaling or like essay prompts. And then here I wrote, art is consciousness trying to understand itself. Humans create to process felt experience. Through creation, we reflect. This is probably one of the best insights I had when doing the voice memos, and it was, you don't have to be fractal in order to grow. You can grow through love and through wholeness. I do not need tower moments in order to change. I can take feedback and love without collapsing, because I always thought that in order to grow anew, there needed to be a collapse and like a phoenix rising from the ashes, but like that doesn't always need to happen. It doesn't always have to be devastating. I only knew how to create from deficit, knowing want from lack, learning to create from abundance. Okay, then we have 2 left and we'll be done with our May-June wrap up. So here's the other one. The building already exists. I do not need to keep bulldozing myself just to go and rebuild the same structure. I need adjustment, not destruction. And the last one, disconnect between body and consciousness. Even if my soul is not disabled, my body is disabled. Spirituality needs embodiment. So those were all the cards. I plotted a grim queer book. I started writing and transcribing my journals. I had lots of thoughts on spirituality, consciousness, and attention. And there's a siren to lead us to the end of this video. Again, I don't know how I want to show up here. This space currently, as it is, does not bring me the joy that it used to. I just filmed the makeup video and like that brought me a lot of joy, and that was really fun for me to film. So I don't know if I want to give my time and attention to here. And if I do it, it needs to be different, because even though I love sharing my ideas and my thoughts with you, this is like not the way that I want to do it. You know what I mean? Like, I loved scanning my entries and like putting them on Patreon. I think just like scanning a couple of my cards, like I don't have to show you all of them, is great. And like, how many times can I refilm like, this is how you come place, this is how I use my Zettelcast, and like those videos are on here, like you know how it works. I like writing on my own time, so I don't know. The Filofax is the same. I'm trying to be more minimal. Like, I'm not buying a bunch of new things. Speaking of buying new things, I almost forgot to show you, get a pink Twisby Mini, like dead. I literally was like holding this pen and I was like, River, I just wish they had a pink one. And like the next day. Not only that, I also bought the purple one that was on the way. Like, this is gonna be like the only pens I own. I literally decluttered like all of my pens. I think I only kept 7 of them out of like 30-40 pens. So again, like, this isn't like a channel where I'm like, let me swatch all of these inks and show you all of my pens and all my new things, because I'm like not buying things and I'm not trying new things because I've settled in, and you don't want to see my to-do lists every day, or like, I don't know. This channel is I'm still working on it in my brain, but still happy to be here. Isn't this so cute? I'm gonna go ahead and like I'll link the beauty video down below once it's like uploaded and edited and stuff. I just want to explore I want to explore all of my interests and just do what makes me happy. And I also had like trouble with this platform because it's like, it's all based on like an algorithm and there's all these ads and blah, blah, blah. But like, I should just do it for me and not the views, and like, fuck the ads, like whatever. Like, I don't have to play to the algorithm. So yeah, still sorting that out. If you figured it out, great. If you have any tips or tricks, like, let me know. And I also like don't want to give up on myself, because it's still one of those things of like, well, I do want to work for myself. Like, I do want to make content, and I do want to be a writer, and I do want to quit teaching. So like, even if the current way that I was doing it was like burning me out and I didn't like it, it doesn't mean that I have to give up on it. I just have to like change my relationship with it and change the way that I do things. But I don't want to take that opportunity away from me, you know, like, you don't know until you try. And I want to keep trying, because if I can just do this forever and like do makeup and do tarot and talk about books, like, that would be great. All right, thank you for being here. I'm officially autistic. My pronouns are they, them, and I love you. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.